If you've ever built the same form twice, once for the web and once as a PDF, you already know the problem. 2 copies, 2 edits every time something changes, and sooner or later, they don't match. This is the FormRouter Form Builder, and it works the way forms should have worked all along. You design your form once, right here on this canvas, then you publish it twice, as a fillable PDF and as a live web form. Same fields, same layout, same logic. When requirements change, you change the design in one place and export again. Both outputs stay in sync because there's only ever been one form. 3 things to know before we build. 1. It runs entirely in your browser, nothing to install, no account to get started, and your work saves itself locally as you go. 2. The forms it produces meet Section 508 accessibility standards out of the box. If you build for government, healthcare, or education, that word conformant just saved you a compliance review. And 3. These aren't flat forms. Conditional logic, signatures, photo uploads that resize themselves, even save and resume for long forms. It's all built in, and you'll see most of it in the next 15 minutes. This is the whole app, 1 screen, 4 areas. Across the top, the toolbar, switching between view and edit, your pages, undo and redo, and the file menu where exporting lives. Down the left side, the panel with 3 tabs. Insert is where new things come from. Fields lists everything on your form. And snippets, we'll get to snippets, they're a favorite. The middle is the canvas. This is your form, laid out on a page grid, exactly the shape it'll be when you publish it. And on the right, the Properties panel. Whatever you select on the canvas, this is where you shape it. One thing you'll never do in this app is save. See that little saved note in the corner? The builder auto-saves in your browser as you work. Close the tab, come back tomorrow. Your form's waiting. And these 2 buttons. Edit is where you build. View is what your users will see. We'll bounce between them constantly. Build, check, build, check. Let's add our first field. Over on the Insert tab, click Field, and there it is, dropped onto the first open spot. But here's the nicer way. Press and hold that same button and drag. See the outline following me on the grid? That's exactly where the field will land. Drop it right where you want it. Everything on this canvas snaps to a grid, which is why forms built here always look aligned. No pixel nudging, no eyeballing. Grab an edge to resize, grab the middle to move, and now I've got full name and email sitting side by side like a proper form. That's the core loop of the whole app. Drag it in, place it, size it. Now let's make these fields real. With email selected, everything on the right belongs to it. First, the type. This is a plain text box right now. I'll switch it to email, and now browsers will validate it. Phones will show the @ keyboard. Small thing, better form. The label is what your users read. But look just below it, the field name. That's what your data system receives when the form is submitted. The builder generates it from your label. You can leave it alone, but it's good to know the difference. Label is for humans. Field name is for the data. Tick required, and there's the red asterisk. The form won't submit without it. One more thing while we're here. See all this explanatory text in the panel? Brilliant while you're learning. Once you know the tool, click this little info button, and the panel gets compact. Click it again, the help comes back. The builder remembers your choice. Forms read better in groups, so let's add structure. From Insert, I drag in a section. That's a title with a divider line, and call it Your Details. And another one below our fields, Your Request. Sections aren't just cosmetic. Watch what happens when I move one. The fields underneath came along for the ride. A section owns the fields below it. Move the section, move the group. That's going to matter in a minute when we get to logic, because rules on a section apply to everything inside it. Time for a question with fixed answers. I'll add a field under Your Request and switch its type to dropdown, and the panel grows an option section: Repair, Installation, Inspection, and Other. Each option has the label people see and a value the data system gets. same idea as before. Arrows to reorder, X to remove. Radio buttons and checkboxes work exactly the same way, same options list. The only decision is presentation. Radios show every choice at once. Drop-downs save space. Checkboxes allow more than one. I've made this one required, and notice the builder did something thoughtful. The drop-down now starts on Choose, instead of silently pre-selecting the first option. Nobody accidentally submits Repair. Now, the feature that makes a form feel intelligent. If someone picks Other, we should ask them to describe it. But if they picked Repair, that question is just clutter. So, I add the field, If Other, please describe. And in Properties, I mark it Hidden. It's still on my canvas, just dimmed. Then I open the Logic tab and give it one rule. When service type equals Other, show this field. That's the whole setup. Let's see it work. Into View mode. I pick Repair, the form stays clean. I pick Other, and there's our question, exactly when it's relevant. That's conditional logic. Show, hide, require, disable, all rule-driven, no code. And remember how sections own their fields? Put a rule on a section, and the entire group appears and disappears together. One rule, not 10. Long forms deserve pages. Over on the far left, that strip of thumbnails is your form's pages. One, so far. Click Add Page, and now I've got room to breathe. I'll drop a long text field onto page 2. Anything else we should know? And notice the thumbnails. They're live little previews. Click 1 to jump. When you export, these become real pages. Separate sheets in the PDF, and in the web form, page-by-page navigation your users can step through. So far, every setting belonged to one field. The Layout tab is where the form itself gets configured. Page size and orientation, letter, A4, portrait, landscape, margins, density. This is also where you tighten up a long form to fit fewer pages. And 2 settings your users will thank you for. Save progress in the browser. If someone's halfway through a long form and their laptop dies, their answers are waiting when they come back. And save a copy. Puts a button on the published form so people can download a PDF record of what they submitted. I'm turning both on. You'll see them live in a minute. Here's the favorite I promised, that name and email pair. I will need that on every form I ever build, so I select both, right-click, Save as Snippet. Now look at the Snippets tab. There it is, mine forever. Any future form, any page, I just drag it in. Both fields, their layout, their settings, required flags, types, everything, land in one drop. Build your best field groups once and never build them again. Time to get paid off. Everything we built into the world twice. First, File, Export as PDF, name it, save it, open it. This isn't a picture of a form. It's a real fillable PDF. Click into a field and type. Tab between fields. Page 2 is there. Email it, print it, drop it into any PDF workflow. Now the other half. File, Export HTML. The dialog asks how it should behave. Paged keeps the sheet-by-sheet look. Stacked is one continuous scroll. Great for phones. I'll keep paged. And here's our form as a web page. Watch, I pick Other. The logic came along. It's all in this one file you can host anywhere. Remember those 2 settings? There's the Save a Copy button. Click it and your user gets a PDF record of their answers. And if I reload mid-fill, the form offers my answers back. That's the Save and Resume. One design, both outputs. That's the whole point of this tool. So that's the FormRouter Form Builder. You just watched one form become a fillable PDF and a live web form with logic, pages, and reusable pieces in under 20 minutes. And next time requirements change, you'll fix it in one place. The tool is free to use. Link below. Go build something with it. And here's my ask. Tell me in the comments what it should do next. I mean it. Several of the features you saw today started as user requests. The best ideas go straight on the roadmap. If this was useful, subscribe. Deep dives on logic rules, signatures, and converting your old paper forms are coming soon.